All right. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to convene today's Energy and Technology Committee meeting. I'd like to open it up for any remarks from my co-chair or ranking member, Senator Needleman.
Thank you, Rep. Arcani. Just want to welcome everybody to our first regular meeting, and once again, we're really hoping that everything comes together and we have very few bills, and that we have broad agreement on what we decide to move forward. We have a lot to do. I think that there's more coming from the governor, and I think there's some great opportunities for us to move the needle once again. I'm proud to be back as co-chair, and I have gained a great appreciation for working with my co-chair and our ranking members, Senator Formica and Representative Ferraro. We have worked together to fashion great legislation, including what we did during the summer with the utilities, and looking forward to continuing to do that work. So thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Formica, any remarks?
Morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to start yet another great session on this great committee and working with all of you. You know, we have a lot of issues before us. Some involve solving problems, other involve finding solutions. So I look forward to working with each and every one of you to do the same. Thank you.
Thanks, Senator. And Representative Ferraro.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And, I also echo the comments of my colleagues, and having the opportunity to work with this leadership in this committee has been very fruitful, and it's been done on a bipartisan basis over my tenure with as ranking member in the House, and I'm looking forward to tackling some of these challenges that are before us this year. And just I would like to say, with regards to today's meeting and raising these concepts, that a number of members of my caucus have expressed their desire to be able to speak on these concepts. And although they might not speak today in moving the concepts forward, they do want to have the opportunity when the bills are drafted and we come before for JFing meetings, that they'll have an opportunity to suggest improvements and their concerns about some of the bills.
Thanks, Representative Ferraro. And yes, of course, you know, everything that we decide to raise today as committee bills will receive a public hearing and have full public transparency, and also open to the dialogue, you know, having back and forth between committee members. So with that, Will, is it possible to share your screen with the agenda, so those, you know, committee members who may not have it in front of them, or folks watching can see the agenda?
Yes, let me pull it up real quick.
Sure.
Can everyone see my screen?
I'm done with this.
Yep. All right, so thank you, Will. So I'd like to move on to Roman numeral number 3, concepts to be drafted as raised bills. Can I entertain a motion to raise items A through N?
Don't move.
Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
Can I speak?
Let's use the hand raise motion, or the hand raise feature on Zoom, and I can scroll through the committee list and call on you.
Struggling a
You're the
little
only one who
bit.
would like to speak, I think, right now, Representative Aurora, so feel free to have the floor.
Thank you. I just was hoping that we could have a very succinct description of concepts, so that there are a couple of concepts here I would like to speak to. Once again, we would like to develop these concepts more, but I think at this point, it may be of value to everyone, especially those who are going to write these bills, to kind of hear some thoughts which other committee members have.
So what's the request?
What I would suggest is if the chair could just quickly go through these items and ask if there's any short discussion or comments possible, keeping it short, but at the same time entertaining key thoughts and ideas. I don't think there is any concern, at least I speak for myself as a committee member, have on any of these ideas upfront to develop them, but I do have suggestions which would be relevant at this stage of the concept development.
So is there any concept you want to speak to specifically, or is it more along the lines of, would you a preference to have a discussion, offline when it comes to the crafting of, the nitty-gritty language for some of these concepts?
I personally would like to speak to two concepts. Number C, an act concerning solar energy projects, and the B and C, an act concerning the decoupling. But I don't know, there might be other members in the committee who may have other concepts they might want to add to. So perhaps we can just do it that way, that any committee member who has to speak to a concept can do so. Or the other way would be to just go down the concepts and seek any comments, if any.
Well, since you have the floor and you want to speak to B and C, I'll let you. I think it'd be good to speak to B and C while you have the floor, Representative Aurora.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll go in reverse order. So go with C followed by B. And the first comment I have is that with reference to C, the focus here is on the current programs available to support solar. I have also proposed a bill which will be coming to screening hopefully next time, which really takes a little larger perspectives and asks, can we restructure our programs or our solar I wouldn't say solar restructure, solar industry, or solar encouragement to really be able for a market-driven development to take off. Because as we know that while we have done quite a lot in recent years, and I would applaud the committee for really trying and listening to a lot of interesting ideas and implementing some of them, they are still subject to subsidy and subject to a lot of support. I think in the last decade, or especially in the last 3 to 4 years, economics has moved to a point where if we structure our programs in a certain way, we can really make market-based development possible, which means that the scale up can be 5-fold, 10-fold, rather than 5% or 10%. So I want those who are, as you write these bills, to see that perhaps we can look at these and other ideas, just like the one I'm proposing and may come in the bill next time, to be looked together, because I think it would make a lot of sense and efficiency for the committee to debate together and structure these so that we really have a very substantial growth based on market prices and not our market systems and not small growth through subsidies.
Thank you, Representative Aurora, and I think you and I speak the same language when it comes to that. I would, suggest maybe having a conversation with Pura as they are taking on a lot of the work as a result of Senate Bill 9 to move our solar incentive programs to more of a market-based design. And those successor programs will be coming online in January of 2022. So maybe a conversation with Pura as we discuss some of your concepts that are going to hit our screening agenda will be warranted. And then you still have the floor, because I think you wanted to make remarks on item B.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for indulging in me with so much time. Yes, on B, I am a supporter of that idea. As you know, I had spoken on the floor as well, and I have also submitted a bill. But that bill also includes a few other items which would also fall under the category of helping reduce prices for our consumers or for our constituents. So to the extent that those two bills, the ideas have things in common, but still have substantial differences, I do want to point to our leadership that, again, looking at those together, and perhaps even if this is being if this is being drafted as we with our vote today, that bill should definitely be also considered together, because it brings new ideas both as to the process of the decoupling as well as other ideas which are related and would lead to lower prices for our consumers.
Thank you, Representative. So going to Representative Meskers has his hand raised, followed by Representative Steinberg. Representative Meskers?
Yes, look, I want to thank you very much as chair for the effort you put in, the work you've engaged in. Having served on the committee for the prior 2 years, I'm thrilled with the level and depth of the work we do on a bipartisan basis to achieve a lot of our goals. I just had one question. I looked at all of the concepts to be raised. Are you expecting that the biogas is going to, as a corollary, deal with anaerobic digesters as well? Is that part of that? Or are you going to look? Are we raising that topic in a separate area, or where? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, yep, no problem. So item K, an act concerning biogas procurement. That is a deep agency proposal.
Okay.
And yes, it is dealing with the biogas and natural gas that is derived from anaerobic digester, but we still have a number of bills that I expect to hit our screening agenda regarding anaerobic digestion, some regarding permitting. And, I think this committee should look at that as well in regards to speed of permitting, et cetera. And I anticipate that being on another committee agenda in the near future for an item to be raised.
Okay, perfect. Thank you much. That was my principle. I think we've got an infrastructure for gas. We're not thrilled with natural gas in terms of the footprint. So biogas, if we can get there, and we've already got the physical plant to pump natural gas and now biogas to that system, it probably would benefit us as a state to take advantage of that. So we could reduce our carbon footprint and still allow the people who built a pipeline system to put something through it in the way of biogas. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Representative. Representative Steinberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a different kind of request. I am very aware of the long tradition of this committee to introduce some very broad-minded concept bills. But particularly for those who may be new to the committee, I was just want to suggest that perhaps the chair can give us a brief thumbnail on some of these that may be a bit more opaque than others. For example, let's take that first one, an act concerning the Office of the Consumer Counsel. Well, frankly, I'm always concerned about the Office of the Consumer Counsel, but I'm not sure what your concerns are. And it could be things that we have not contemplated. And before I could support such a bill, I'd like to at least have an inkling as to legislative intent. And there are a few others on this list too that I know I would benefit, even as concepts bills, understanding a little bit better what the chairs have in mind. If I could beg your indulgence on that.
Sure. So I'll start with A, since that's the one you asked for, and then we can kind of tick off any of the other letters that you want a briefer thumbnail on. So with regarding the Office of Consumers Counsel, as many on this committee know, and some of the new members may not know, we've not had a lead in that office since Ellen Katz left in February, March of 2019. So going on 2 years. And I think I, along with others, felt that there was a big missing piece when it comes to consumer advocacy, especially last summer during storm response and the rate investigations. So what I'm looking to do is draft a bill that would reconstitute that office in order to spur a dialogue with the administration on where that appointment stands and where they see the direction of that office and what they would and their vision for the office going forward. Because I think Connecticut sorely now more than ever needs a strong consumer council. You still have the floor, Representative Steinberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That I share your concern about the failure to fill that role. It's been an extended period of time, and I take your point that there's probably another storm right around the corner, and we need effective representation. Most of these, I would say, are somewhat straightforward. I don't even know what an act concerning fuel cells is. I'm already in favor of it, but I would imagine, for example, there are members of this committee who may not be all that familiar with fuel cells, and I don't expect you to give us a history, but maybe just enough for people to understand what hydrogen fuel cells are and why they're important to us.
Well, I'm not going to get into the technology here. I don't think now the time or place. Anyone can feel free to reach out to myself or OLR for specific details on any clean energy technology. But what we're looking to do with this concept is we have existing statute that authorizes fuel cell procurement for both utilities. However, as drafted, I'm not sure, or as enacted into law, both utilities have not acted on those procurements. So we're going to look at that statute and propose some changes in this concept that could actually lead to a procurement.
Thank you for that, Mr. Chair. One last one, an act concerning electric suppliers. That's a very broad category. And there's much to be done there, but I'd appreciate a little understanding as to your intent.
Yeah, so this is item number I. This is a agency proposal from Pura. We're going to continue our work. It's going to be very similar to the bill that Pura introduced both in 19 and 20, their agency bill on the further regulation of electric suppliers. We tackled a tiny bit of it in the Take Back Our Grid legislation in the fall, but Pura has included language now addressing variable rates, early termination fees, and things of that nature.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That will suffice for now. I'm eager to do my homework as soon as we have more information on some of these concept bills, and I look forward to their hearings. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Formica, I see your hand is raised.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I apologize to show my technical inefficiencies, but the motion on the floor is from A to, I believe, N, and I'm only seeing on the screen a little bit. I'm not quite sure if I can scroll up or down, if anybody, or does Will have to just kind of squeeze it together? Is that?
Yeah, I think Will just squeezed it together a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know if there was a way I could scroll anything on his screen, because I want to make sure that I'm able to vote on the concepts that match, and I couldn't print the agenda today with my issues. So, but thank you very much. I see it now, and I appreciate your help.
No problem. All right. One last call. I don't see anybody else scrolling through here with hand raised with the desire to speak. So, all right. So before I call for a vote, I just want to kind of go through how we need to do this. We can do a voice vote because we're just raising concepts. This is not a final action. So before we voice vote, make sure everybody that you're all unmuted and that your video is on and so our clerk, Will, can see your face. So I'll give everybody a few moments to unmute themselves and make sure their video is on. And Will, let me know when you can see everybody. And then we can do a voice vote.
Carolyn. Susan called. Susan called.
Hi, Representative. I can see everybody.
Great. So voting on the motion to raise concepts A through N, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I,
Fantastic. All those opposed, no? All right, the motion passes. So let's move on to Roman numeral number 4, proposed bills to be referred to other committees. So item A and item B, proposed bill number 152, and item B, proposed House Bill 5179. Do I have a motion to refer
Representative
these
Tercek
two
moves.
items to the committees of Congress?
Second.
So moved and seconded. Any discussion, questions on referral? So I don't, Representative Steinberg and Senator Formica, your hands are still raised. I'm anticipating it's from the last motion.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yep, thanks. All right, seeing no one, seeing no questions. All right, so same thing, guys. Unmute yourselves. Everyone make sure they're on screen. Will let me know when you can see everybody.
We're good to go.
Thanks. All those in favor of referring items of the motion to refer items A and B to the committees of cognizance signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. All right, the motion passes. All right. So we're going to keep, I believe there are some members who are not able to log on. So we will keep the meeting open for an hour. It will for members to log on to the Zoom to cast their further attendance purposes. And I think for scheduling purposes, it looks like the goal is to have another meeting like this to raise concepts on February 9th. And then possibly first public hearing the week of the 16th or the 15th. So that'd be the 16th or 18th. Once we can get those dates kind of narrowed down, our clerk will send out calendar notices to the committee. So other than that, the committee will stand at ease for an hour. Is that right, Kevin?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to chime in. If we could just clarify the meeting can stay open for an hour, but I would just advise just saying at that time, after 1 hour, the committee will adjourn.
Okay, yep, problem. So the committee will stay open for an hour, and at that time, which will be 12:30, the committee will adjourn. All right, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Will?
Yes, Representative.
Sorry, I'm checking it in. I'm doing a press conference at the same time as this. So I'm,
No problem at all. We had, the meeting is held open for an hour. We had held a voice, oh my goodness, I keep messing this up. A voice vote to raise the concepts A through N, I believe, in the agenda, and then to have a straight change of reference for 2 other proposed bills.
so you don't need my vote because it was a voice vote.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, so I'm just registering my attendance then.
Perfect. Thank you
I'll
very
stay
much.
over here. I just wanted to confirm
All right,
that
thank
is
you.
accurate. You are good.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
No problem.
Thank you, Representative.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to log off, but if any issues come up in the next hour, feel free to shoot me an email, okay?
Definitely. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Will.
Hey, Will, Mr. Clerk.
Hi, Representative. How's it going? Representative Mashitsky, are you there?
I am, but I have no connection to the internet. I'm trying to reach you. I'm in the Capitol, actually, but I can't connect to the internet. I'm trying to reach you to let you know I am here. And I know it was voice vote, so I'm trying to be recorded in the affirmative and as present. My Capitol computer.
Great. I'll make sure I take.
My Capitol computer is not connected to the internet for some reason, but I'm trying to reach you on my phone.
Yes, I got you. I got you here. So thank you very much for checking in.
Okay,
No problem. Have a great day. Representative Meskers. Hi, how's it going? It's Will. I believe you're still
One
on.
second.
You're still on video there, Representative. I didn't know if you needed something or.
Oh, no. I actually was on to another committee meeting, so I apologize. Thank you.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem. to anyone who may still be with us out there. The time is now 12:30 and the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for watching today and your participation, and stay tuned for more energy and technology meetings. Thank you.